I have a friend of mine who's a CPA. He invites me to one of these holiday things, right? He introduces me to some business owner who has, I think, like, they're not they're like, I guess they're like generators, but like commercial for like hospitals and whatever. The guy has a $30 million business, right? We start talking and he actually brings it up. And he actually says to me like, oh, you're an estate planner? Let me ask you something. Cause like, I just did my estate plan and honestly, he's kind of young. I will give whoever this attorney is that I will not name a way out in the sense that if you didn't know the nature of his business or the nature of his wealth and all you really got to know him, like, he's like 39. I mean, he's relatively young to be so successful, right? And in the sense that he has built this business, he didn't come from money. But his question to me was actually like, hey, I just did my estate planning a couple months ago. My financial advisor, and I'll fucking talk shit about you guys in a second, financial advisors, referred me to this lawyer, and, but my biggest concern was like, fuck, I have a stay-at-home wife. I got 3 little kids under the age of 6, by the way. And he's like, I went because I wanted to talk about the business and like, what the fuck's gonna happen to my business like when I die? And, we had one meeting and then, we said everything's going to my wife and my kids. Great, okay. And then we had another meeting and I signed a bunch of shit and now I have, this binder and like, but now that I'm thinking about it, we didn't really talk a lot about my business, The first question out of my mouth, Manny, because I was like, okay, so there was only a couple meetings, got it. And I was like, look, let me be very clear. Before I set wrong expectations for me, right? How much did you pay for this? And when he said $5,000, I said, oh, that's exactly why.
$5,000?
If all you paid is $5,000, guys,
$5,000?
What you're getting is what you're getting. You know what I mean? Do not expect, now, I will say this.
Wow.
Financial advisor. If you got a client with a $30 million business, aside from the rest of his wealth, and who you're referring to him is an attorney whose trust, it's on her website. I'm not just talking trash. Trust planning is somewhere between $3,500 and $5,500. That's not the fucking lawyer for your $30 million client. Like, that's just ludicrous. Like, that's silly. That's stupid. I'm sorry, guys. You get what you pay for. And I'm not saying that, like, what he's holding in his hand is total trash. I'm saying it's a start.
Pretty close.
It's a start. It's something.
It's pretty close.
It's something.
It's pretty close.
Like, I mean, it's your will substitute. A will is, hey, judge, this is what I want to happen. I want it to go to my 3 kids and my wife. Well, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. That's what the fucking Florida law says already. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of these that's like, you got to, and I will blame the financial advisor here, because it very much seemed like sometimes these guys are just looking for a commodity. They're looking for, I just need a lawyer to put this in place, right, for my client. And that's not the case, guys. To get to know a client, especially if they have an operating business. Tom Petty had a fucking holding company. That's actually much simpler to structure, like a business succession plan, of a real fucking operating day-to-day
because
company.
it's not a day-to-day operating business.
Right. What's going to happen when the $30 million critical power guy dies and now all the accounts are frozen? Who's running payroll? Tell me. How the fuck are we getting to run payroll for these employees? Oh, just kidding. Let's wait for 18 months till we like fucking distribute the business to the spouse who also doesn't know shit about anything about the business. Admittedly is exactly what he told me, right? So these kind of things, like, we must be honest with ourselves in that there are mistakes made even when you got the fucking rock stars of estate planning lawyers working on Tom Petty's estate.